Alright, today we got y'all boys with a special one. Today we're going to be ranking every single NBA player. We're going to be ranking every single player by the teams. Some players not going to be on here, obviously, but it's going to be a lot. It's over 400, I believe. So, if y'all do want more videos like this, all y'all got to do is show the support by liking the video. Hopefully you like the video. Subscribe. All that good stuff out the way. Let's hop into it. Alright, not trying to waste too much time because like I said, it's a lot of players on here, but let's get into it. We got the tiers. Best in the world, that means you're in the best in the world convo. That doesn't mean you're the best in the world. That means you're in the convo. Superstar. I think superstar for me, it's a semantic word. I won't lie. I probably need to get another tier, but that's kind of what tiers kind of are. But superstar to me is a playoff bending player. A player that can bend every series that they're in. So that's what my definition of superstar is. So it's going to be players that may be better than superstars, which is why it kind of can be a little bit of a semantic. But yeah, I might get rid of that and put top 10 though. But I like superstar, to be honest. So let's keep moving. Then we have the Marcus. I don't know why. Top 25. I usually put that as the top 25 convo, but I'm going to just do top 25. So it's going to be the top. So it's going to be combining best in the world, superstar, and then the rest of the top 25. All-star is all-star caliber in my opinion. So players that I do deem caliber of making the all-star. Top 25, I guess you could also say is all-NBA. I could do superstar as all-NBA. Low-key, I think I am going to do that. So it's not as, you know what I'm saying, semantic. It's not as bending. Yeah. I think all-NBA, top 25 is going to be the rest of the top 25 players. All-star is going to be players that aren't in the top 25 but are still all-star caliber. Star role player, that's a player that's a star in their role. Borderline star is those guys that's like not quite all-stars, but also players that probably are very good, but there are certain role players I probably would rather over them. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple players like that. Then high-level role player. It's not really a complicated thing in my opinion. You know, high-level role player. Not quite a star in their role, but right there. Flawed efficient scorer. Those are like high-efficiency players, but are very flawed at other things. Maybe these are like very good shooters. Maybe these are efficient scorers, but they don't do much else. You know what I'm saying? Those type of players. Solid rotation player. Kind of another role player, but like a player that's part of like a team, but they're not a high-level role player. They're not a star role player, but maybe they're just a good piece to a championship team. Flawed efficient scorer. So these are players that are not efficient, not very good shooters, but they are really just scorers and they don't bring much else. But maybe it's players that bring stuff, but they're flawed. They're not a complete player, if that makes sense. And then bitch. I used to put the rest. I think I may put the rest again, to be honest. Yeah, I think we just do the rest, bro. Nah, bench. Because I got a lot of tiers now. Let's get into it. We started out with the Wizards. I don't think he's on the Wizards anymore. No, Marcus Smart is on the Lakers. So we're going to lower him. Yeah, we're going to lower him to the Lakers. I didn't update that one. Some of these guys may be a little bit out of order. But I'm going to put Marcus Smart down there with the Warriors. Did I say the Warriors? He's with the Lakers. I said the Lakers. Right? Okay. Dang, hey, I told y'all, it's a lot of players, brother. It's a lot of players. Lakers fan, how y'all feeling about him and what's his name? How y'all feeling about him and nah, Aiden is not above Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt been out playing him. I gotta keep it a bean. I don't know how y'all rank the rest. All right, let's keep it on it. Malcolm Brogdon. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know if he's on the Wizards right now, but we gonna rank him. I'm gonna say Malcolm Brogdon at this point is more so a flawed, inefficient scorer. He's not really. I don't even know if he's that inefficient. If I'm gonna be real, he's a player that's not good enough to be on like a contending team. He's kind of probably more so a player that should be on like one of those mid-pack teams. And if he's on one of the worst teams, you don't really want him having the ball, taking the ball away from like your younger guards or younger guys, taking away from their development. So I'm gonna say flawed, inefficient scorer. I don't know if I'm gonna rank these guys in order. Alright, I'm gonna rank the guys in order that's like top 25 all NBA Everything else, I'm going to just rank it based off where we're doing it from. Then we have Cam Whitmore. Some of these, bro, it's so many people. I'm going to definitely forget names on the spot. But I know all these players that I had to literally put them on the list, so don't do that. But Cam Whitmore, tough one. Tough one. I think he actually is a good scorer, but he's not a role player. He kind of reminds me of Kuminga. He reminds me of Kuminga a little bit, where he's not a role player, but I think he could be a good scorer. I probably put him more so the flawed, efficient scorer. He has his flaws, but it's not like he can be a good defender. He just doesn't want to be. He can be a good role player. He just doesn't want to be. That's kind of more his flaw. But I think he can be a consistent scorer in the league. But yeah, he has kind of a pretty big mentality issue in my opinion. Then we have Bub. I think the Bub trade for the Wizards doesn't really make too much sense to me, but I will rank Bub as a solid rotation player for now. Nothing crazy in my opinion. Then we have actually a really good guy in Keyshawn George. I'm going to put him high level role player. I really like his game. I think he's been developing a lot these past couple years with them. Then we have Corey Kispert. I actually like Corey Kispert, to be honest. I'm going to probably put him as a good shooter. He's a little bit more than that, but I don't know if I can go all the way to high-level role player anymore. I used to be able to do there. I think he's a good trade candidate for a lot of teams, but I don't even know about that anymore, to be honest. I think a team like the Pistons would really love him, though. Pistons are very good right now. I don't know what they would give up, but they would really love something like that. But, okay. Then we have Trey Johnson. I think that's just an easily flawed, efficient scorer. Outside of scorer, right now, the question is, what does he bring? I think he does have the potential to be kind of like a D-Book, Tyler Hero type vein, but giving you a little bit more defense because he has that wingspan that those two guys don't have and a little bit more athletic ability. But he's kind of more so in that vein of those two guys. Maybe he can become a D-Book where it's like he's that good that it's not really as questionable. But even if he can be last year, Tyler Hero, that's a really good player as well. So I'm going to say flawed, efficient scorer for now, though, because he's a rookie. Then we have Chris Middleton. Right now, at this point, I think Chris Middleton is probably leaning flawed, inefficient scorer. And it's what it is, but he's not the defender he used to be. He's never really been a playmaker. He's always been more so like a scorer. That could be a 3 and D, but he's not the D no more. Pause. So yeah. Then we have CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum is probably flawed, efficient scorer, especially last year. But again, similar to Malcolm Brogdon, he's in that same kind of thing I said about him. Now you can see a lot of these teams, I ranked them before I did the ranks, and this was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to see a lot of these players have the wrong jerseys and stuff like that, but don't pay that too mind. We really more so ranking the players. Alex Sarr is the best player on this Wizards team, and Alex Sarr is really good. Alex Sarr is very good. I think Alex Sarr deserves to be in convos with players that a lot of people don't really want to give him credit for. I'm going to say Alex Sarr is all-star. I'm going to say he's an all-star caliber player right now. If he's not all-star, he's either borderline star or star role player, but he's so good defensively already, while already taking that jump offensively. And you can see that pop he has in terms of the offensive juice he can get a team. I think he's an all-star. I think it's going to be some players that we're going to talk about later on that people are going to give credit to a little bit more because they win more, because they have better teams. But I think Sarr might be playing better this season. Let's keep it going. Bub Carrington. I think Bilal Coulibaly. I think Bilal is more so like a high-level role player. It's just that simple. Let's keep it going. Marcus Sasser. He hasn't really got that jump going yet. I'm going to say flawed, inefficient scorer. Outside of scoring, what does he do? And he's not even doing that at a high consistency yet. I do like what he can be in terms of the idea, but right now, he's just not been that. What team is Malik Beasley on? I don't think he's on the Pistons no more. I haven't seen anything about Malik Beasley this year, but I'm going to say he's a flawed, efficient scorer. Last year he was actually a pretty solid 3 and D guy, but yeah, I'm going to say flawed, efficient scorer. He's either this or a solid rotation player, but I think he's that good of a shooter to go up there, especially last year. Maybe he's more so a solid rotation player, though. Yeah, I think solid rotation player is probably more fair, because the consistency of either of those, I don't think it's going to be too long-lasting. I think you can kind of look at the Lakers thing, but everywhere else outside the Lakers, he was out pretty good. So maybe that is the anomaly. I don't know. Duncan Robinson is easily a flawed efficient scorer. I think the playmaking jump that he made with the Heat is definitely real. His driving ability, definitely real. But he's really just a shooter. Outside of that, he's not much. Like I said, he does have playmaking to him. He does have driving ability to him. And he does have solid finishing. But he's still a very bad defender. Doesn't really rebound even for his height. Yeah. Flawed efficient score. Caris LeVert. When he's hot, he's a guy that can fluctuate behind the tiers for sure. But he's a flawed, inefficient scorer. I said this when he was with the Cavs. I've said this. I don't even know what team he's on now. He's just getting ranked with the Pistons for whatever reason. I guess he's on the Pistons. I don't know. But yeah, flawed, inefficient scorer. Then we're getting to some guys. Actually, I'm going to rank Ron Holland next because, I should have added Jenkins. But I haven't been able to watch Jenkins too much. So I don't want to go too crazy and rank him. But he's looked pretty good. I haven't been able to see Jenkins too much. So my bad, Pistons fans. But I'm going to go Ron Holland. Ron Holland is a great defender, but he hasn't been as good as I expected him to be yet. I'm going to still say high-level role player because of the defense is real. The defense is 100% real. But maybe he's more so a solid rotation player. But, yeah, I like him. I actually do like him still, but he just hasn't been as good as I expected him to be yet. Then we have Isaiah Stewart. He's been very good this year. He's actually been very good this year. Defensively, amazing. Shooting the ball. Yeah, he's been very good this year. I'm going to say high-level role play for him. I think people kind of think of him as, like, more so, I guess, like a player that just wants to fight, I guess. But he's been more than that for years, and this year he's even better defensively and shooting. So, yeah. Jalen Duren. Now, this is a guy that is taking a jump this year. He's been very good this year. Right now, Jalen Duren has been all-star caliber. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think Sarr has been better. I can't lie. But Duren, playmaking, his own ball ability, taking a jump this year. Defensively, he's getting closer to an area where people kind of expected him to be. He kind of had not been good defensively the past couple years. He's actually been good. Combinations of him and Isaiah Stewart have been really good. And rebounding is one of the best rebounders in the world. So, yeah. He's always been a great rebounder. It just was the rest could they come together. His mid-range is getting going this year. Jalen Duren has been very good. I think that a star just has a little bit more defensive quality and more on-ball quality. But Jalen Duren has been very good this year on a very good Pistons team. So you could say Duren has been better. He's definitely been more impactful, I guess you could say. But I don't even know if that's true because Sarr's defense has been really good on a very, very bad defense. Like, Sarr's defense is the only thing they got going on over there for the most part defensively. I guess there is some guys like these two, but for the most part, that's a very bad defensive team. But, yeah, Duren may deserve the nod. Maybe a little early on Sarr, but I think Duren all-star. Jane Ivey still hasn't been playing. I'm going to say borderline star in my opinion. But he hasn't played, so it's not really a fair one. He's probably going to be at the back. Then we got Tobias. Tobias has kind of regressed back to the mean this year. I think he's injured right now, though. I want to say flawed efficient score, but last year he was definitely a high-level role player. He was very good. I'm going to have to say flawed efficient score for now, though. Then we have Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson has been very good. Actually, that has been a very big deal in my opinion, between the twins. I think Asar has been better than Amon this year, personally. And I didn't think anybody expected that coming into this year. I think it's been very debatable. I would say Asar. Defensively, I would definitely say Asar's been better. And scoring-wise, it's close. They do it differently, which is weird because they're twins. But, yeah. Star role player. Cade is All-NBA. He was All-NBA caliber player last year. I thought he should have made first team. If we talking about, because All-NBA is a regular season award. If you put injuries and stuff into it, actually, I don't know if I had him first team. I'm trying to think. Because Wemby trolled it. But then you still got, I don't think Luka was available. So, yeah, I think Cade was in my first team last year. He was either first team or he was knocking on the door and just being second team for me. I don't think he even made first or second. I don't even know if he made I think he made third. He had to at least make an All-NBA last year. That's crazy if he did. But yeah, I got him All-NBA. I think right now, Cade, I said last year in the regular season he played as a top 10, was really going to stamp him if he have a good playoff. Didn't have the best playoff. If he has a good playoff, I think that series is a lot tougher for the Knicks, which it was already pretty tough, even with them getting a lot of controversial calls, which Knicks fans is kind of crazy because they act like they don't get these. They act like the refs be cheating them, which is hilarious to me. But, yeah, Cade, All-NBA. Seth Curry. I think he's on the Warriors now. I'm not putting him with the Warriors. I'm going to just rank him. I don't know what the Warriors got going on. I think he's a bench player, bro. I don't think he should be getting off the bench, to be honest. Nick Smith. Nick Smith, in my opinion, is a flawed, inefficient scorer. But the thing is, on a team like the Lakers, if all their guys are missing, JJ Redick has found the #1 option. Like, he has found it. Whoever's the #1 option is going to hoop. He played a game with no Reeves, no Luka, no Bron. He was out there hooping. When Reeves is out there with no Luka, no Bron, he's hooping. Luka out there with nothing, he's hooping. #1 option hoops on the Lakers right now is what you want to be if you're a player in the league right now. And Nick Smith coming into the draft or coming into the league, I was really high on him because I thought he could be a scorer that could give you some defense. He has not been consistent as a scorer. He's not really been consistent as a playmaker. Not really been consistent defensively. But that one game this year showed you why the flashes of what he could be if he reached his potential. But I don't think he's reaching it. I'm going to keep it a B. Because I don't think that can ever be consistent for him unless he's in an offense like that all the time. But I don't think that's a winning team if he's the star player. Can't lie. But okay. Then we have Pat Connaughton. At this point, bench. Grant Williams, at this point, solid rotation player. Tidjane Salaün. Tidjane Salaün, I think, is actually a little bit overhated. I actually see the vision a little bit more and more. Is he the 6th overall pick? No. Wherever they picked him, is he that? No. Not even close. But I actually do think, offensively, he's a very good off-ball player. It's just when the ball gets in his hands, he starts tweaking. But defensively, he's a very dynamic off-the-ball player. And his off-ball on-ball defense this year has been improved. So I actually starting to see the vision a little bit with Salaün, where you could even argue high-level role player right now, but he's not in long stints. It's not good. So I'm gonna say solid rotation player. You gotta really get him to understand that role. If he gets to understand and find his role, he's gonna be a good player in my opinion in terms of a role player. Nothing more though. Josh Green, I haven't seen much out of him. Not a great defender. Really a high hustle player that's not that great of a shooter, but he's a 3-and-D guy. I would say because of the hustle, solid rotation. Trey Mann, flawed, inefficient scorer. Sexton is a flawed, efficient scorer. Concanople has been very good this year, man. He's been very good this year. The only thing I would say about Concanople is the potential with him, I don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? I see more of a role player, and I think that's fine. You know? I think of him as a guy that's going to be able to not have too many flaws. His scoring has been very good. We already knew he was going to be a good shooter. We already knew he had a solid feel for the game. I think he's going to be a guy that's kind of like, when you think about the higher echelon role players like the Derek Whites, when you think about the Drew Holidays, when you think about a lot of these high-level role players, Con can be on that high-end spectrum where he may be knocking on the door of being a star. He's either star role player or borderline star. I'm going to say star role player. He's been very good as a rookie. Right now, it's tough to not say he's not rookie of the year, in my opinion. Been very good. Then we have Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, honestly, in my opinion, has actually been pretty solid. It's just when he's not scoring, what does he bring? He's a tough one. I'm going to say flawed, efficient scorer. Now, I think I may need to make another tier called trade asset. Because B. Miller and LaMelo, in my opinion, right now are trade assets. Players that are not playing to the caliber that they need to play, and they miss a lot of time. So, if I'm the Hornets, this team is not good. These players aren't playing to contribute to the team being good. And when they play, the team isn't that good either. I would trade both. I'm more so trading LaMelo because we've seen LaMelo for more time. B. Miller, maybe he can start getting healthier. But right now, both of these guys cannot stay healthy at all. For me, I would probably say B. Miller, borderline star. LaMelo hasn't been an all-star caliber player this year. He hasn't. First game against the 76ers, he pretty much lost in that game. And I'm not even talking about that shot. If you watch that game throughout, the turnovers he was getting were like, they were getting great defensive possessions, and he would go down the court and just turn the ball over on the dumbest turnover possible. His decision making is very, very questionable. And I'm a big LaMelo guy. Like LaMelo, Ball brothers. I was a big Ball brother fan, but it's tough. It's tough rooting for somebody like this, and the mistakes he's making, he's been making it for a long time now. I don't know if you can ever fix that. So I would probably lean. I think not being an all-star is a little harsh. I'm going to probably put him back in an all-star. Not being an all-star is harsh, but I'm going to be honest. Khan has been the best player on that team. Khan has genuinely been the best player on that team. That's not even like it is a small sample size, though. Because at the time me making this video, I don't know when I actually drop it. I was going to tell you all the time. It is November 20th. Harrison Barnes. Then we talking about Spurs players. Harrison Barnes has actually been pretty solid. I would say solid rotation player. Keldon Johnson, flawed efficient score. Jeremy Sohan, high level role player. A lot of people hate on Jeremy Sohan. He's clearly a role player. I don't know what people expect out of a role player. He's not a scorer. He's not a good shooter, but defensively he's very, very versatile. And that's going to be something perfect to fit next to Wemby and those guards. I'm going to be real. Carter Bryant is another one. I didn't even put Carter Bryant on here. I should have put him on here. Carter Bryant would probably be solid rotation right now, but he's another guy that has potential to be a high-level role player. Stephon Castle, star role player. Very, very good player already. I seen a poll that had Asar Thompson, Khan, him, and somebody else, and people was voting Khan. I'm probably going to take Stephon Castle right now because I do think there is a little bit more star potential there, but I'm not mad at Khan being a better player already because of the shooting ability and efficiency. Because Castle doesn't really have that. Where Castle has the athleticism, I think Khan has the shooting. And he might have a better feel for the game too. But Castle's been pretty good as a playmaker this year, even though he's a pretty high turnover guy. Devin Vassell. I think Vassell is a high-level role player, personally. I'm going to say high-level role player. Dylan Harper. I think Dylan Harper is a guy... He's Castle with a much higher offensive floor. Much higher offensive floor, in my opinion. I think Castle is the defensive guy of the two. They're very similar profiles. It's really, bro, it literally is Derek White and DeJounte Murray back on this team with more potential. Like, genuinely. And I think that they did a very good job drafting these two guys. They got lucky with Dylan Harper. But I think they did a very good job drafting the guys. I don't really like the De'Aaron Fox thing. Y'all gonna see that when we talk about it. But I'm gonna say star role player. But De'Aaron Fox has been an all-star caliber player. He is an all-star caliber player. It's not really nothing debatable there. I think he is better than him right now. But I don't really see the point in the Spurs being a good team already. Like, they're probably going to be a good team if Wemby's healthy. With the way he was playing with those two guys, if they're healthy. But I don't really see them... I don't see the point in them trying to push it even harder. And also hurting the development of these two guys. Where I don't really see the point, in my opinion. But I do think Fox is a very good player. I do think in some ways he hurts the team. In some ways he helps the team. But if you can get him for as cheap as they got him, I kind of understand it. But if I'm them, I'm using him as a trade asset to try to get more picks. Because you got to think about it. This Spurs team is a team that has to compete with the Thunder. The Thunder were the youngest team in the league last year and won the championship. This is the Wemby build is going to have to compete with that Thunder team for years to come. That is not ending anytime soon, if you're wondering. So, yeah, tough situation if I'm the Spurs, because especially when you think about the fact that Wemby is so tall, he's probably going to miss a lot of games every year. He's going to kind of be in that Embiid area where you got to really, I don't know if he's going to be Embiid, because Embiid misses first, I don't think he misses first he either misses first 3 full seasons or his first two full seasons, so it's kind of a different situation with Embiid. Embiid was tall and just big for his size, and he just moved completely different and did things that he just shouldn't be doing at his size. It's just that wasn't gonna last long regardless. And Wemby is kind of similar in terms of his mobility at his size is ridiculous, but I think Wemby's flexibility should keep him healthy, and I don't think the injury last year was really a height thing. That was just a blood clot freak accident thing. This year, I think the calf thing is a thing that a lot of players are gonna deal with, but Wemby at the beginning of the year, until that Suns game, was in the best in the world convos, whether y'all like it or not. He's all NBA. He's probably going to be the best player in all NBA. And by the way, I don't care. Wemby is the defensive player of the year. It's not really close. I'm a Bam fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Heat fan. I don't care what y'all talking about. It's not close. Wemby is the best defensive player on earth. It's not close. He was the best defensive player on earth his rookie year. Like, once it hit January of his rookie year, he was the best defensive player on earth. From that point to now, that's just been a fact. And the distance has gotten only bigger. So, yeah. And I think Bam may be having his best defensive season this year. So, that's the crazy part. But it's just unfair to Wemby that they have a game thing. But it is what it is. I call that the Embiid rule. Next, we got Sam Hauser. We got the Celtics. I think Sam Hauser is... He could be a high level. I'm going to say solid rotation. Peyton Pritchard, flawed efficient scorer in my opinion. I think it looked a lot better when the team was kind of a contender, which makes no sense. But when it became a role for him to actually do this night in, night out, he got worse, which makes no sense to me. But yeah, Anthony Simons may be inefficient scorer. And I'm going to put that because he's not consistent at all. In my opinion, he's not been that great. He's starting to get it going lately, but he's not been great. Derek White has not had a great start to the season. I would still say he's a star role player because they got him playing in a role that's not really suited to him. But if he's like that third or fourth guy, maybe even fifth, generational role player. Ridiculous role player. Ridiculous. As a Heat fan, I literally, in them years that it was Jimmy versus the Celtics, the player I feared the most on the Celtics was by far, wasn't even close, by far Derek White. By far. It was not close at all. Then we got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has actually been pretty good this year. Top 25. We'll see how long that lasts, but top 25. Tatum is an All-NBA caliber talent. He's not going to play this year. He's All-NBA, clearly. I had Tatum behind Wemby last year. I think Tatum he's probably going, him and Wemby are probably going to be the next two. Outside of the best in the world convos, those are probably going to be the next two, to be honest. I won't lie, outside of the top, it's a pretty big drop off after the top four to Wemby. And then it's a pretty big drop off from Wemby to the rest. And then it's probably another significant drop off from Tatum to the rest. I won't lie. But yeah, let's keep moving. I forgot bro name. He don't get enough PT on his team, in my opinion. I would say more so a flawed efficient scorer. Goga, I would say solid rotation player. I like Wagner. I like Mo Wagner a lot. He's a high energy player. I probably would say solid rotation player though. Tristan de Silva, I actually like a lot. I would say high level role player. Anthony Black is a star role player. I love Anthony Black. I love him coming into the league. I love him as a player. He's been very good this year for this team. Very good. And I'm going to talk about it when we get to him. But Anthony Black is very, very good. Wendell Carter is, in my opinion, a high-level role player. He's knocking on the door of not being on there. But I'm going to say high-level role player. Yeah, I think he can be as good as Isaiah Stewart. Yeah. Jonathan Isaac. Very good defensively. Hasn't been that great the last 2 years in terms of the caliber he is. I'll probably have to say solid rotation player. Next is Desmond Bane. I'm going to say borderline star. Jalen Suggs, star role player. Paolo Banchero. Paolo. Okay, we got to rank these in order. I just thought about it. De'Aaron Fox is probably the best in this tier. LaMelo's probably the worst for me. Paolo is kind of similar to LaMelo. He's literally a negative impact. His fans gas him. He's not the best player on the Magic. He's never been the best player on the Magic. It's never been true. His rookie year might have been the only time that you could even debate it. Ever since, it's never been true. Whereas Franz on the other side is legitimately an all-NBA player. Like, legitimately. Like, Franz on the other side, I'm not mad if somebody says he's top 10. Like, for the role that they have him playing, they literally treat Franz like he's not worth less than. Like, at times, it feels like they want to give Desmond Bane bigger role. But, bro, we've seen what this team looks like without Paolo. We've seen what this team looks like without Franz. Night and day. Franz is easily the best player on this team. I don't really see the debates. Impact-wise, defensively, it's not close. Offensively, it's not close. On ball, off ball, it's not close. The only real convo is shooting, where Franz got to get better at the 3-ball. But, yeah, I think the shot selection is not close. Decision making is not close. It's a lot of things that goes into it. But Franz is just, he gaps in so many ways. Like, decision making, defensively, impact, it's all Franz. But I won't lie, he's probably gonna jump down to top 25. But I'm gonna say All NBA right now. Kobe Buffkin. Why am I ranking Kobe Buffkin? I'm gonna say bench. Bro, I can't even. Luka Nard. He's a good shooter. I give him flawed efficient score. Bro, I'm gonna say solid rotation player for now. Mohamed Gouy, I'm gonna say solid rotation player. Larry Nance, I'm gonna say solid rotation player. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, hell of a role player, easily. Hey, by the way, I've been pushing that Trae Young, not the best player on the team since last year. This year, I said that this is a team that built perfectly for any star, and we are kind of seeing that today, brother. We're kind of seeing that today, bro, where this team is ridiculously good without him. And I'm here to tell y'all, this team has literally no defensive flaws. This is literally like the OKC East without Shai. Like, think about OKC if they was fully healthy without Shai. That's what the Hawks kind of are right now without Trae. So, very interesting in my opinion of how, well, maybe not built the same, should I say, in terms of picks and, I guess, caliber players. But in terms of how good they are, both sides of the ball, I would say this is kind of OKC without Shai. But I do think they have a little bit more scoring juice, because the OKC without Shai is kind of bad scoring probably. Defensively, also, OKC is much better. Won't lie. So maybe I'm going a little too far on that one. Yeah, but I do think that the Hawks team is very, very good without Trae. I do think if the Hawks, it's kind of similar. I'm in a similar vein with Hero as a Heat fan. Only way I trade Hero is if I can get a guy as good as him, but he's a two-way guy. So I can see the angle if I'm a Hawks fan. You know what I'm saying? Saying who do I trade Trae Young for though? Because Trae Young is he's high-end scorer. He's a high-end playmaker. His negatives are so bad. Like, his efficiency is so bad. His defense is so bad. But he's a high-volume player in terms of both of those things he's the lead at. So, it's just tough. If he was an efficient player at those two things, I think the negatives wouldn't be as big. But the fact that he's a high-volume player at the two things he's the lead at is kind of tough. And trading a player like Trae and trying to get the adequate value back is going to be tough. So I can kind of understand that. But they've been playing very good. Okongwu is clearly a high-level role player. Porzingis is a tough one to gauge, but I'm going to still say high-level role player. That is a player that can win. You can win championships with, as you saw with the Celtics. Zachary Reese-Shai. Bro, they have a lot of high-level role players on this team. Zachary Reese-Shai is a very, very good role player. Dyson Daniels was very overrated last year. I think people kind of calmed down on him a little bit. High-level role player. Jalen Johnson. Top 25. Jalen Johnson is a clear-cut top 25 player in the league. And I'm not finna argue with nobody on it. One of the best defensive players in the league. Very good playmaker for his size. Great rebounder. Very efficient scorer. Top 25, bro. Top 25, bro. Top 25. Trae Young, I still think is an all-star caliber guy. I would put him over Paolo. I would probably say he's better than Sar right now and Duran. Trae Young is, by the way, I'm not hating on Trae Young. Trae Young is still a very, very good player. It's just the archetype of Trae Young, a small guard that is a high volume playmaker, high volume scorer, and he's a very, very negative defender, you can't win a championship with that. It's just what it is. So he's just his profile, you have to get rid of it. He's a very good player for his profile. Like, you got to give him credit for what he is, but at the end of the day, you just can't win with that. And they obviously have a team that if they get a, think about any star in the league. I'm gonna be honest, you trade De'Aaron Fox for Trey. You know, like pretty much put any player up that's better than Trey on his team. That's an interesting situation in my opinion. Even a guy like Jaylen Brown, who has clear playmaking flaws, that's a big difference in my opinion. That team is almost built perfectly for players that have playmaking flaws, in my opinion, because it's very easy to play make in this situation. I think Jalen Johnson's playmaking has been elevated because of the play, how good the role players around him really are. Then we got the Pacers. I'm not even gonna waste too much time on this. Solid rotation player, flawed efficient scorer, solid rotation player in my opinion. I'll put bit in it. I'm gonna have to put Dort high level role player, so I'll say high level role player, so I'll put him up there. I really like McConnell. I would say high level role player. I'm gonna say star role player, all star, and I would probably put him here. But these two have been better this year. They just been better this year. So honestly, I would actually say these two have been better this year. These two have been very good this year. Like, don't sleep on them. But I'd say it is ranking this year. Yeah, I say this. Maybe this. Nah, defensively, Star's been so good. I'm gonna say there. Then we have Tyrese Halliburton. It is just tough to really rank Hallie. You know, it is just tough to rank Hallie. Actually, all the people that's injured, I can't really put you in All NBA because you're not playing. So I'm gonna actually put Tatum in top 25 because he's not playing. But technically, Wemby may not make All NBA too. Never mind it. No. I'm gonna keep it like that because I think Wemby is gonna play this year. Like, those two are genuinely just not gonna play at all. Wemby is clearly gonna play to an All NBA player this year. You know, but obviously Tatum is an All NBA player and Hallie's an All NBA player. They not playing this year, so we just not gonna count them too much. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's understandable. Jalen Tyson. I actually like Jalen Tyson, but I'm gonna say for now, high level, solid rotation player. Where did I put him? Yeah, or a flawed efficient score makes some sense too. I'm gonna say flawed efficient score. He just don't get the opportunities he probably should, but it is what it is. Max Strus, solid rotation player. Flawed efficient score. Strus actually been getting better defensively the past couple years, so I have to go there. Lonzo's high level role player. DeAndre Hunter has actually been pretty good. I'm gonna say star role player. Or borderline star. Low key. Yeah. Alright, these rankings are kind of all out of whack. Yeah. Then we got Jarrett Allen, star role player. Clearly star role player. Darius Garland hasn't played this year. I'll put him here out of respect. But he hasn't played this year, for real. Like, he played, but he got injured pretty much instantly. So, yeah, I'm not going to gauge it too much. Evan Mobley, this is the guy I was talking about, bro. You know, Sar's been better than him. I don't even think it's really been that debatable. Defensively, he's been better. As a scorer, he's been better. Playmaking, he's been better. Rebounding is about the same. I'm going to be honest, though. They're pretty much the same player, except Sar is just a better on-ball player. Like, on the ball, Star just has more juice. And I would argue Star may be better defensively. I think Mobley was clearly better defensively last year. Like, it's just what he was. But this year, Mobley has not been at that same level. I would say Mobley is here, personally. Loki, looking at Mobley this year and having seen people say that he was a top 25 player is actually kind of crazy. Can't lie. Actually kind of crazy. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's kind of getting overrated to a certain point. I kind of seen it in the playoffs last year, but I'm going to still say All-NBA. He's an All-NBA player for sure, but he's kind of starting to get a little overrated. I'm not going to lie. Kind of have similar issues that I have with him as I have with Trey, but the issue with him compared to Trey is Yeah, they probably have those small guard sit issues, but Donovan Mitchell's wingspan makes up for so much of those small guard issues that he can be a good defender at times. Like, the negative defender is not nowhere near the same, and he's not nowhere near the playmaker of Trey. He is a volume scorer, whether people like it or not. He is. He's not the craziest efficient guy, in my opinion, but he is a volume scorer. And I do think at times, I've said this in the past, that you can see where Darius Garland is kind of the more impactful player. But, yeah. And when he started to having to take over a little bit more, that team was just not as good last year. The Cavs, they just weren't. So, they really do need Darius Garland to be that player he was last year, to be the full team that they were. Because Donovan Mitchell was taking not as much of a, you know what I'm saying, a volume score approach, where he's kind of being more so in that 24 area instead of like a 30. But yeah, I think he is all NBA though. Darrell Wright, I'm gonna say solid rotate. I'm gonna probably have to say because the offense is so bad, he probably is bench. Kyle Kuzma, solid rotation. Ryan Rollins. I didn't do Ryan Rollins will be a high level role player, but I just forgot to put him on here. I'm gonna say bench. I say solid rotation. Solid rotation. Flawed efficient score. Solid rotation. Solid rotation. High level role player. Then you have Giannis. Best in the world debates, brother. If you don't have Giannis in your best, and I do have a video coming out. I'm starting a new series, NBA categories, where we're gonna be having all the categories in basketball for the most part, and we're gonna be ranking a combination of players. The video I'm gonna be doing for the first one will be the best in the world conversation. So I will not rank the best in the world convo because I will be doing a video on that. But yeah, I won't actually rank it. But I think we all know who the best player in the world is for the most part. But maybe we don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we don't. But Giannis has been playing very good. It's kind of calmed down from the start. He kind of regressing to the norm, because I don't think that was going to be too realistic to keep that going. But he's still very, very much ridiculous. But the thing is, 2021 is looking like a fluke. It always kind of was a fluke if you really looked at it with context. But as we get further from it, it gets kind of wilder. 2022, I give him the benefit of the doubt, the injuries. But ever since then, you can kind of say the Bucks been injured, but they can't even get out the first round. So, looking kind of crazy. Won't lie. Looking kind of crazy. A lot of people have their convos about that 2021, which is also kind of, you know what I'm saying. But 2021 looking like the more crazy one at this point. Especially when you think about the team they was playing against as well. Yeah. But the team they was playing was now looking kind of good this year. What we gonna get into? And I ain't got a lot of A players on here. I'm not even gonna lie. THT. Come on, bro. I'm gonna just say here, bro. Next, we got Jalen Smith, solid rotation. P-Dub has actually been pretty good this year. I like him. I've liked him this year. Sam Horter has actually been pretty good, in my opinion. I like him. Ayo has actually been very good. Vucevic has actually been a borderline star. He's actually been pretty solid. I do think they should trade him, but he's been borderline. Noah Singay hasn't played, so I'm going to say solid rotation. I think he's going to be a guy that is going to be like Modest. When he gets PT, it's going to look very good, in my opinion. I think him and Modest with Giddey is going to fit really well together. Kobe White is a flawed, efficient scorer. In my opinion, that is a trade piece. Clear trade piece. This is one of those, it starts after you, but Giddey might be that as well. I'm not going to lie, but yeah. Then we got Modest. Modest is a star role player and a borderline star at the same time. That's a tough one. I'm going to say Vucevic has been here. Modest, in my opinion, I'd probably say here, though. Okay, let me rank this one. I forgot. This has to be ranked. I think Derek White's probably still the best role player in the league. I would probably take Anthony Black over these two right now, but they have more potential, in my opinion. I don't think so. I'm taking Suggs over those. He's very good, but I don't know. He's a tough one to rank. He's very tough. He's kind of reminds me of Derek White. I throw him up there. might take a star over both. Jarrett Allen probably stays at the back, to be honest. And that's not like a diss. I'm saying he stays at the back just because he's a big. I don't want to really rank that, keeping a whole stack. I'll probably put Khan here still. Khan has been better than Dylan Harper, though, so I'll put Khan here. Yeah, Khan's been better than Dylan. Oh, if we're ranking it off of this year, have I been doing that this whole time? Yeah, I have. All right, Khan probably is more so up here. I'll probably put Stephon Castle there. I probably would put Anthony Black here. I probably would put Suggs here. Jarrett Allen here. For this year, I probably actually put Jarrett Allen there. And yeah, keep it there. Josh Giddey, borderline star. No, he's all-star caliber. If Paolo and LaMelo are up there, he's all-star caliber. I would put him behind Evan Mobley. He's been very good this year. You got to give him his credit. He's got more efficient. He's been a solid defender. Very, very, very positive offensive player. Very, very positive. The offense that they're running over there, I talked about this in a different video, but think Luka if he played within an actual offense, but he wasn't as talented as Luka. Like, I don't know how to really describe it, bro. It's like Giddey is within the offense player. Luka is the offense. Like, Luka is so talented that he is the offense. Giddey is not that. Giddey is the offense, but he plays within the offense, if it makes sense. Look, Giddey is a tough one to describe, but that is the perfect description of him. Like, he's a player that is, he can get, okay, no. What I'm trying to say is, he can get the numbers and stats of a guy like Luka, but he plays within the offense where Luka is the entire offense. There is no scheme. He is the scheme. You know what I'm saying? Giddey actually plays within the offense. But if Giddey did play out like kind of similar to that, I don't think he would be as efficient as he is right now. But he probably would still be the same in terms of rebound, assist. He probably would get more assists, if anything, if he had that much of on-ball duties. But, yeah. It's kind of weird. He's not nowhere near as good as Luka, if that makes sense. But I'm saying Luka's clearly, like, he just doesn't have the talent of a guy like that to be the scorer of that. But within the right offense, he can get some points, which is what he's showing this year. And let's keep it moving. Agbaji, I'm going to keep it being, like, bro, bench. Jacoby Walter, I like a lot. He doesn't play enough. High-level role player. He doesn't play enough. Trade him to the Heat then, bro. Y'all don't want to play him, trade him to the Heat. Jakob has not been that good this year. I would say solid rotation. Quickly, it's starting to get a little questionable. I'm going to say flawed, efficient scorer. Actually, flawed and inefficient. He hasn't been shooting that ball that really well, but he's been getting it going a little bit better, I think, lately, but nah. Grady Dick, flawed, efficient scorer. I actually like Grady Dick overall as a game. Him and Connor, not really. Nah, kinda. Him and Con are kind of similar. I think Con just came out the gate a little bit better. Also had a little bit bigger release. And Con may just be better overall already. But I think their profiles are kind of similar in terms of they don't really have too many flaws. So, Con does have a much better feel for the game, though. He has a much better feel for the game. But in terms of shooting, scoring, defense, it's kind of similar in a lot of ways. But I would say flawed, efficient scorer for now. RJ Barrett, borderline star. I would put RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's been very good. RJ Barrett actually been very good. The Raptors actually been very good. Brandon Ingram, clear-cut all-star. This one, it gets tough to rank, guys. Guys like Brandon Ingram is a tough one to rank. Honestly, Giddey probably should just be higher, if we being honest. And then I would probably say Brandon Ingram's here. Scotty Barnes, I ain't gonna lie, he had a play at the end of the game. And it's kind of sad that this is a shocking thing. The coach was finna challenge a play that was clearly off of Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is yelling at his coach, taking the accountability that the refs got it right and was telling him, it's me, it was me, it was off me, it was off me. He was literally telling him. You know how many times I've seen players beg for a coach to review a call that was clearly off of them? Clearly a foul on them? Hey, man, I'm a Scotty Barnes fan off that alone. So, yeah, I'm happy for the Raptors. I'm not going to lie. As a Heat fan, I seen a Cavs fan, by the way, say that the Heat and Cavs are rivals. I'm going to keep it being. Raptors and the Heat are more rivals than the Cavs and the Heat. I'm sorry. I don't even know what was going on with that one. Bro was wilding with that one. I'll keep it a beat. Gotta be honest. But I don't even think we rivals with the Raptors, but there is some stuff going on there sometimes, I guess. But actually, nice with bro. I'm gonna say though, not too crazy though. I'm not gonna go too crazy on them. I would say like here. That's a tough one because he's much better defensively than Giddey. Offensively, Giddey is better. Clearly, offense impact is low key more impact, like the most impactful, most important thing. But if Giddey was a negative, I probably would say Scotty Barnes because Scotty Barnes is. I think the defensive gap. I don't know actually because the offensive gap may be pretty big because he's much better. He's much better playmaker than Scotty Barnes, and I think Scotty Barnes is a very good playmaker. Scoring, I don't think is that big of a difference, honestly. Shooting, I would probably say Giddey, but Barnes is just not a good shooter, so that's not really. I'm not mad at it, but if somebody told me Scotty Barnes better, but yeah, I'm gonna go Giddey over him, to be honest. All right, Duran may be a little too high though. Put Duran there. Star probably too. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. And then probably Fox is too high too. Fox has been pretty good though. I can't cap. Fox has actually been pretty good in the games he's played, especially when you think about the fact a lot of these games is without Wemby too. Scoot Henderson, I'm not gonna lie, man. Put him on the bench, bro. He don't play. I actually like this dude. Can't cap, but he don't play for whatever reason. I'm gonna say flawed efficient score because I like him though. Robert Williams, high level role player, but he don't play. Donovan Clingan, high level role player, very good. Shaedon Sharpe had a very rough start, but he's actually kind of getting it going. I'm gonna say flawed inefficient score still, but he been getting it going. He could be a borderline star. He a tough one to rank. I'd probably put him right there with B. Miller. I think he's right there with B. Miller, personally. He's a tough one to rank, to be honest. Kamara, clear, high-level role player. He's not a star role player this year. He's not been as good defensively he's not been as good defensively as last year, and offensively, I don't know, he's rough watches. I can't cap. Jeremy Grant has actually been pretty good. I would say star role player. Where would we put him in star role player? Because we have to rank him. Probably over all these guys. Probably over these guys. Nah, I'll put him there. Then we have Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has been very good again. Low-key, could Drew Holiday be messing up the balance of Derek White? Because Derek White hasn't been that great this year. I don't know. But I'm going to say Drew Holiday has been here. Drew Holiday has been very good, in my opinion. Denny, I ain't gonna lie. People be hating on Denny because he's from Israel. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's damn near, like, actually racist. Like, I don't even know what that's called, but that's something. Like, just because of where he's born and I don't know. I don't really get, like, that whole thing. I get the whole thing that's going on over there, but, like, people hating on him just because of where he's from. Pretty weird to me, honestly. Like, he was born there. Like, I guess you could say that he could be against his stuff, but a lot of countries don't really do that outside the U.S. Like, only the U.S. you will probably see people, like, really showing real disdain consistently for their country. It's other countries that do that for sure. I think even people that's from Israel do it, but, like, hating on him just because he was a soldier and stuff like that, like, I don't know, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we're talking about basketball. Like being negative about him outside of basketball, I get it, but, like, talk about him, like, discrediting him every single type of situation, every single time possible in basketball, and we're only talking basketball just because of something that has nothing to do with basketball, is kind of OD. But Denny's actually been very good this year. I say all that to say Denny's actually been very good this year. I would say Denny's a tough one. He could be all-star caliber. He's been very good. He's either top of star role player or he's here, right behind Mobley. I'm going to go right behind Mobley. I'm going to just put these guys down. Yeah, I'm going to just put these guys down. Where the hell did I just put this? Who did I just rank? That was Paolo. Where did I just put him? Where did I just put him? Bro, he just vanished. Okay, he went here. Okay. And then Garland. Yeah, for now. And then we'll put Denny here. Yeah. and then we'll put Denny there. For me, Dame, he's going to the back of All-Star caliber player. Clearly, I'm not gonna rank him because he hasn't played, but yeah. Tyler Kolek, bench for now. He don't play, so not really much to say there. Yabusele, bro, is big as hell without being that tall, but he big as hell. Like, I'm not gonna lie, solid rotation. Deuce McBride, I ain't gonna lie. The first time that he played the Knicks, I'm not gonna lie, Knicks got it with these excuses. Like, the first time they had all they guys, but they didn't have Deuce McBride, so they were saying we only lost because we didn't have Deuce McBride. By the way, they got blown out in that game. Like, the Heat were up the entire game for the most part. So I don't really understand. And the Heat didn't have Tyler Hero, who arguably was their best player last year. So, and then the next game they beat us. I'm not gonna lie, the Heat was kind of wild in that game. What I was watching with Larry Sherman, but I'm gonna keep it being like refs giving Landry Sherman and Jordan Clarkson superstar calls. Peak Knicks, peak Knicks. The next time they play, the Heat win. But very, very interesting trio of games. I'm so happy we don't have to play the Knicks anymore because that, bro, their players, their fans, it's rough. It is very rough. Like, watching them games, every single possession the players are complaining. Every single possession. Like, some of the stuff, I get it, because some of it do be fouls. The refs are terrible this year. It is what it is. But every possession, brother, it's rough watches. And I'm glad I don't got to watch a team where that's every single game. So, I'm just going to say that. I actually like Deuce, though. I'm going to say solid rotation player, though. Can't cap. Pretty good shooter. Good defender. He might be high level. Deuce might be high level. I ain't gonna lie. He might be high level. I'm not gonna cap. Crazy rebounding. That second game, he pretty much won the game. Like, people gonna talk about all the other stuff, but the issue with the Heat is not really the defense. It's it's the rebounding, and then after the rebounding, we're just bad. It's bad. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, the second chance is a real, genuine problem. They almost lost to the Warriors game, with no Jimmy Curry because of that. It is a problem. So, yeah. Josh Hart, one of the toughest players in the league to watch. It's actually so tough watching it. I like the hustle. If he was on my team, if he didn't complain so much, I would love him. But I'm like, yeah, he complains crazy. It is crazy. Like, every possession. And he is the most physical, out of control player on the court. And he is the main person complaining to the refs. It is actually outrageous. I ain't gonna lie. It is crazy. I don't get it. Mikal Bridges actually been pretty good this year. Tough. He's a tough one to rank. I would probably say more so star role player. I'd probably say more so star role player personally. OG Anunoby, clearly a star role player. Denny's been better, but he's clearly a star role player. Towns, okay. In the 3 games we played, first game, I just don't think he got enough touches, personally. Second game, first half, he was dominant. Second half, Spo took that away. Got physical with him. Very, very soft player. It's always been on the scouting report that he's a soft player. And in the third game, they pretty much did in the second half that whole game. And it took him mentally. He kept fighting. I won't lie. In that second half of that first game, he didn't keep fighting. And they were winning, so it didn't really matter. And in that last game, they were physical with him all game, and he kept fighting through it. So I give Towns credit for that. I don't got Towns too high this year overall, because when Bronson was playing, Towns wasn't that great. Like, last year to start the season, Towns was the best player on the Knicks, and then Bronson took over, like, once it got to December and on. But this year, Towns has been interesting. He's a tough one to rank. I would probably say Towns, so far this year, I would probably put him here. I think all the guys above him have outplayed him so far, personally. Bronson and D-Mitch are combos. No, I'd probably say D-Mitch slightly because I think the defense is better, but they're both not the best playmakers, in my opinion. They're okay playmakers. I'd probably say D-Mitch is better because he has a little bit more rim pressure. Bronson got good rim pressure too, though. Like, he does it differently. Low-key, that's a tough one. That's a real... Bronson and D-Mitch. Okay, I'm thinking of other NBA categories. Bronson and D-Mitch, we got to probably throw Hallie in there. Maybe Cade go in there. Bronson, D, Mitch, real combos. I think Cade is just better. I probably don't throw Cade in there because I think Cade. Because if I do categories, it's gonna be tough for those two. It's gonna be kind of tough for those two. I'm not gonna lie, but it may not be. It may not be. Kyle Lowry. I may go. People think D Mitch is a playoff riser. I think Bronson is a playoff riser. Like he doesn't just his points don't just rise. His efficiency rise, and I don't think. I'm gonna be chatting a little bit with D Mitch. D Mitch he goes crazy in the playoffs too in terms of points. I don't know how much the efficiency rises, so I'm gonna keep it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. So I don't want to talk my ass on that one. Kyle Lowry. I don't even know how he's still in the league after the Heat trade, but hey, shout out to the Hornets. They got us filthy. The more that trade goes, they got us filthy with that trade. I can't lie. Lonnie Walker, I still think is a solid rotation player in the league, but I don't even think he's in the league. So yeah. C-Mart. Is this Cody or Caleb, bro? I don't even know. Bitch, it don't even matter. Oh, this is the 76ers. So this is definitely okay. This is Caleb. So solid. Kelly actually been good this year. I don't think it's gonna last, but I'll say high level role player. Paul George is a flawed efficient scorer at this point. Quentin Grimes, in my opinion, is a high level role player. VJ Escombe, a lot of people seeing the scoring jump. I told y'all that wasn't gonna last. You know what I'm saying? And even what I thought he would get down to, I don't even think that's a realistic thing anymore. He's not really a scorer, and he wasn't really drafted to be that. He was drafted to be potentially a scorer that was a great athlete with great defense. But yeah, he's not a scorer. It's just what it is. Maybe he can be a good off-ball guy for first couple years, but like I said, he's a D-Wade grandbaby, Jimmy baby, really. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he can be very good. I see some ant in him though. Early in the season, I seen a lot of ant in him. I don't think he's that caliber of prospect though. I'm gonna say he's a tough one. If Devin Vassell in here, I'm gonna say he's in here. Jerry McCain has not been great since he came back. I'm gonna say flawed efficient score for now though, because he had a very good season last year. He's been kind of rough coming back from an injury though. Tyrese Maxey's been very good. Maxey's been all-star. He might go up into top 25. I just don't know yet. But right now he's all-star. But his flaws are still pretty flawed. He's just been even more. He was a volume scorer last year. He's been a better volume scorer this year. But his flaws are still flaws. Like defensively, he's still bad. Playmaking, he's still bad. When Embiid is not there, it doesn't look as good in my opinion in terms of scoring. He may still be getting the numbers, but if you're watching these games, it's not consistent. Possession to possession is not consistent. But yeah, Embiid has not been that very, very good this year, which is kind of crazy. I said for years they should have traded him, but at times it's kind of like he's trying to play like Jokic to save himself from injury, but that's just not his game. But I think that is a way that he can try to last a little longer in this league, but he already got injured, so I don't know. I'm gonna put Embiid with Dame. He's still an all-star caliber guy. I'm just not gonna rank him. He may not even be an all-star caliber guy if I'm being honest. I'm gonna say backup borderline. I don't even want to rank him, to be honest, because Embiid is a tough one. He's a tough case. Bench. Like, what are we talking about? Cody Williams. Bench. Taylor Hendricks. Bench. Jordan Clarkson plays on the Knicks. Flawed, inefficient scorer. The whole reason why they lost that second game, they just started attacking him in the whole fourth quarter, to be honest. So, shout out to bro. He gave us a win for the most part. I actually like him. A lot. Forgot his name, but I actually like him a lot. I'm putting him in flawed, efficient scorer. I think he's a real scorer in the league, though. He's on the Clippers now. John Collins. Solid rotation player. Nothing more, in my opinion. Isaiah Collier. I'm going to say solid rotation player. Walker Kessler, high-level role player. I seen somebody say that Hardy is the perfect coach for Ace Bailey, and I'm really trying to understand, like, who has he developed? Genuinely, like, Laurie was always good. Like, Bulls was just a terrible situation. he showed very good glimpses as a role player, like the fourth option on the Cavs. At times, he looked like he could have been the best player on the Cavs when he was that season. Like, what does he develop? Lauri was just always good. He's just now the number one option on a very well-run team, but this is a bad team at the same time. So, outside of Lauri, I don't really see what he's done, in my opinion. I don't know why Keontae George is not on here. How did I forgot to put him? I don't know where I would have put him anyway. Probably would have put him flawed, efficient scorer, but yeah. Ace Bailey, for now, solid rotation. Lauri, been very good. Lauri's easily a top 25 player this year. And the best thing about Lauri, he's doing all this scoring, and majority of it is off the ball. Very efficient, too. And he's not a bad defensive player either. So, Lauri's actually very, very good, in my opinion. Vince Williams. Cole Anthony is on the Bucks. So I don't know why I have him here. I would probably say flawed. He's actually not been that bad for the Bucks. I'm going to still say flawed, inefficient scorer. Santi Aldama, solid rotation player. Solid rotation player. Solid rotation player. He might be still a high-level role player. He wasn't that good last year, but he's been okay this year. And it's, hey, Cedric Coward been pretty good, in my opinion. I'm seeing some Kawhi comps now. I actually like him. I wanted the Heat to get him. That would have been a perfect pick looking back. But star role player, in my opinion, right now. I like him a lot. Best player on the team for the Grizzlies this year, Triple J. But Ja trolled this team. He genuinely trolled this team. He got that coach fired. This team has been awful since the day that he got fired. Awful. It has fell off a cliff. And he was thriving under, bro. He was still good under, bro. He just wasn't getting his pick and rolls for some, and he just threw a tantrum, and it's not working. It's not working. So the offense was actually going. They were actually going towards the future of basketball, which the Heat have kind of taken, and now they've kind of stagnated and went backwards, if anything. So I would say he's not. I don't even know if he's all-star caliber this year, to be honest. I would probably say he's borderline star. He's not been that great either. Ja has actually been legitimately bad. I'm gonna put him right there with Embiid. I'm not ranking him. He's been legitimately bad. Not even gonna lie. He's legitimately been bad. Like, actually. Terrence Mann. Solid rotation. Let's keep moving. Haywood Highsmith is a high-level role player, but we'll see what he looks like when he comes back. He hasn't played this year. Cam Thomas is a flawed, efficient scorer. Very consistent scorer. Does nothing else. MPJ has actually been pretty good. MPJ, I think, is averaging. MPJ has been pretty good for this team. Very surprising because Cam Johnson has not been that great for the Nuggets, but they've actually improved as a team, which is what I was kind of saying. Cam Johnson is not going to be the scorer of MPJ, but the impact. He's had I don't know if it's all him though. I ain't gonna lie, but the team has been better this year, which is kind of weird because MPJ has been fantastic for the Nets. I'm not gonna lie. I would say MPJ has actually been like here. He's been very good. He's been very, very good. Nick Claxton. I think Nick Claxton is one of the best role players in the league. I would put Nick Claxton over Jarrett Allen. Defensively, offensively, Jarrett Allen. The Drew Holiday is better. And I'll probably put him. Nah, he's not better than these guys. Or him. He probably been better than Derek White so far. Derek White had a couple slumps. Biz. I'm going to probably say flawed, inefficient score for now. I thought he was going to be in that Nick Alexander Walker role. He has not really. Bench. Hate to say it. He hasn't been as good as I expected either. Terrence Shannon Jr. Mike Conley. Bench. Bench. Dante DiVincenzo. He's been okay. I don't think he's been as good either as I expected. Actually, no. He's been a high-level role player for sure. I'm chatting on him. The Timberwolves been very good, actually. This tier was made for Rudy Gobert. Zero aesthetics, but impact is out through the roof. Can't even argue it anymore. Impact is just through the roof. Can't even hate on it anymore. Watch him get awful watches, but impact through the roof. Got to give it to him. Nas Reed, high-level role player. High-level role player. No. I'll say he's a star role player. He's not better than Drew Holiday though. I'll put him there. Julius Randle's been very good this year. I put Julius Randle right here. Julius Randle's been very good this year, in my opinion. Ant, All NBA. I'll put Ant right there with Cade. Ant and Cade Real convos. I need to find another person that can go in there with them. I don't think Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson are in those. That could be the convo though. K, Ant, D Mitch, Jalen Brunson, Hallie. That could be the other one. That could be the other one. I'm not gonna lie, that could be the other one. I'm not gonna cap. But I got Ant right there for me. D-Book probably in that combo this year. We gonna get there. Then we got the Thunder guys. Isaiah Joe, flawed efficient scorer. I like him a lot. J-Dub, the other J-Dub. High IQ J-Dub. Topic apparently has testicular cancer. I gotta put him bench. We haven't even seen him play an NBA game at this point, man. Gotta put him bench. Star role player. One of the best role players on earth right now. Kason Wallace. Ridiculous role player. Lou Dort, high level role player. I don't really see why they gas him so much. High level role player. Aaron Wiggins, high level role player. Isaiah Hartenstein, high level role player. Alex Caruso. I would say Alex Caruso is a star role player. Chet is a tough one to rank. I would probably say Chet is here. I'm capping. I'll probably say Chet is like here. How much better has Chet been than Star? I'm gonna say it. How much better has Chet been than Star? I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't think he's been better than Star, to be honest, bro. Keep it a bean. Defensively, he's been better. Offensively, he doesn't have to do as much. I'll give him the nod. You don't have to do as much because that team is so good. J-Dub hasn't played this year, but he's all NBA. Nah, I can't. If I'm not gonna put them, I can't put him. So yeah, I'm gonna say top 25. Shai is best in the world combos. You see how we doing it? We're not ranking it. We're gonna do a video on it. We're not ranking it. We're gonna do a video on it. What best guard in the East? What could even be the video title for this? I don't even know. I gotta think of it. Kevin Looney. Did bro even play on the Pelicans? I don't even know if I've seen bro on the Pelicans. I'm gonna go bench. I'm gonna say solid rotation player. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe not though, because playing without Curry may be a little, you know what I'm saying, difficult. Jose Alvarado, solid rotation player, high energy. Bro don't play at all. Is he hurt? I actually like bro. I'm gonna say flawed, inefficient scorer. Kelly Olynyk. Solid rotation for now. Solid rotation. Flawed, efficient. Solid rotation. He ain't much right now. He ain't even playing, so I can't go too hard on him. Star role player, Herb Jones. Herb Jones, I would say, is right there with Mikal. Mikal probably better scorer. Herb a better defender. But I would say Herb right there. Trey Murphy hasn't done much this year. I would say he is here for me. Borderline star. Derek Queen is actually been pretty good, bro. You've been pretty good, bro. You've been pretty good. I can't cap. Derek Queen been pretty good. I think he's been better than Trey Murphy. If I'm honest, I'm going to say high level role player though for now. Because this is a very small sample size. Because he hasn't even played as many games as guys like Khan. Like, he wasn't even getting PT to start the year. But he's getting it going. That game he had against Jokic last night. It opened Jokic. If you watch that game, it opened Jokic eyes mid-game. He started getting a little bit more like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Zion ain't been great this year. Can't cap. I would put Zion here though. He ain't been great this year. Can't cap. Alright, next we got the Mavericks players. Dante Exum, solid rotation player. Flawed, inefficient score. Flawed, inefficient score. Solid rotation player. High level role player. Solid rotation player for Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford probably actually is the high level role player of the two. Lively is the guy that's been very, very, very shocking without Luka. Bad. It's been bad. PJ Washington, high level role player. Najee Marshall, high level role player. Cooper Flagg, high level role player, honestly. He's been a high level role player as a rookie. Not been as good as people expected, but I think he's having to play on a team that needs instant impact. And honestly, this team has just not been that good, which is kind of confusing too. And then we got Kyrie is not gonna play this year. All-Star, I got him over Dame. AD, I would put AD right there with Tatum. I capped about the drop off. I think AD was better than Tatum last year, but they're real debates. I ain't gonna lie, that could be another one. Wemby, Tatum, AD. That could be another one, brother. That could be another one. Hold on now. That could be another one. All right, Devin Carter, bench. I don't know too much about bro. I'm gonna just say I'll give him a bit of a down, put him there. Flawed efficient score. DeMar DeRozan. Keon Ellis, solid rotation player. Borderline star. Where do I put him? I'll put him here. I'll put him high level role player. Flawed efficient score. I would put him here. Russ has been a good role player for them. What the hell? I'll put him high level role player. I'll put Sabonis borderline star. He ain't been that great this year for his standards though. I would probably put him behind Vooch. Capella. Haven't seen much of Capella to be honest this year. I would say solid rotation. Or probably bench, to be honest. Reed's been getting it going a little bit more recently. I'm gonna say flawed efficient score. You could add, you know what I'm saying, you picked third overall. You could add a player better with Pelly Pell, but I digress. Around the same minutes, around the same points, around the same efficiency, giving you more defense drastically, giving you more playmaking, give you more hustle, give you more rebound. You could have got a better player with more size. You know what I'm saying? But hey, not as good. Reed is a better shooter though. I'll give him that. For sure a better shooter. Can't cap. But hey, outside of that, what are we talking about? We're going to get there when we talk about it though. Steven Adams, epitome. Steven Adams might be a star role player off of the impact alone. Yeah, I'm going to go star role player for Steven Adams. I would put him, probably put him here. Fred VanVleet is not going to play this year. I would say high level role player. High level role player. Tariq Eason has actually been pretty good. First game of the year I watched, he was awful. Every game outside of that apparently has been very good. So I'm going to say star role player. Jabari Smith. I like Jabari. I think he's low-key more of a borderline star. I'm going to honestly put borderline star above it. Because I think I'm kind of confusing that one a little bit now. I'm going to say Jabari. Low-key, I'm calming down on this one. I'm calming all the way down. I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to put Jabari here. Then I'm going to put Jabari up here somewhere. I think it's a good spot. Sengun. Now, I'm not a big Sengun guy, but I'm unbiased when I make these videos. Sengun's been very good this year. I think Sengun's been better than Giddey. Beyond that is where it kind of does get tough. Can I say Sengun been better than Laurie? Laurie may just should come down, though. Alright, I'm gonna make sure it's a top 25 later, but I'm gonna say Sengun's been the best in All-Star so far. Sengun's been very good. Where's Asar? Wherever Asar is, that's where we putting you. Asar is here. So we putting you. I don't think he's been better in Khan and in Castle. I'm gonna keep it being. I think Castle and Khan been better, but outside of that, I would go Amen. KD. It's KD, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Some people saying KD ain't been the best player on the team. I disagree. I think that's PRA tax. I don't think KD's been his fully efficient self yet, all the way yet, but it's still KD at the end of the day. I would say KD. I'll say KD's here. I think last year you had a shot to put him over all these guys right here. But this year, he hasn't had to do as much this year, and he hasn't been as good as those guys, I would say. Low-key, Sengun might be All-NBA. Low-key, Sengun might be better. It's debatable. He might be better this year. Trace Jackson Davis. Solid rotation. Flawed efficient score. Solid rotation. Really good player. He got to come back. He gets healthy. That's going to help them a lot. Moses Moody, high level role player. Flawed inefficient score for Pods. Don't really see the vision there. Al Horford at this point is a solid rotation player. He's been good, but he hasn't been as good as he's been in the past years with the Celtics. But he's getting old. Like, let's be real. Kuminga, for the most part, has been a pretty good role player in my opinion this year. I would say high level role player. Draymond is Draymond. We know what Draymond gonna do. Draymond gonna role play at a high level. I would say Draymond has been. Nah, he ain't been over all those guys, but I would probably say Draymond impact is tough to rank. But defensively, Draymond been very good. I would actually say Draymond has been over Jared Allen. That's debatable. I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough one to rank. I won't lie. Jimmy been borderline star. I don't think he's quite been all-star caliber because he's been so inconsistent. But I'll probably still put him all-star caliber. Being real, I probably put him here. He's been all-star caliber probably still to me. Steph a tough one to rank. Bro, I see people saying he's top 5. He's not. Like, he gives you glimpses. He's not better than any of these guys. I would say he's here. But I think KD's been better than him too. So I would probably say he's there. KD's just been more consistent than him. And yeah, I think that's just a fair ranking if we talk about this year so far. He's just been inconsistent. You've seen the highs of Curry and you've seen the sure lows already this year. So I think he get that consistency up, he'll be straight. So how many years is this? So all NBA can only have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we already got 11. And these two are probably not going to be able to make it because injury. AD played this year though. So AD probably got to go up here. When he played, he was all NBA. So he probably got to go up there. Can't lie. But the injuries are a problem at this point. But yeah. Low-key, I'm putting KD and Curry here. I don't think I was just doing all this year. Was I just doing all this year? If it is just this year, though, I ain't gonna lie. And I would probably say AD is here, to be honest. Yeah. I'd probably say AD is like here. But, or here. Or here. Yeah, AD is probably like there for me. Yeah, that's probably the more accurate one. Alright, and then I'm gonna put him at the back because he hasn't played. Yeah, he just hasn't played. I don't know what I was doing there. Chris Paul, bitch. He's old, man. It's just what it is. Comes with the age. Bogdanovich, flawed. I actually think he's efficient, so I'm gonna say there. I think Brooklyn's been okay for them. They're not winning, so it's kind of tough to gauge it too crazy. I actually think Batum has still been a pretty good role player. Chris Dunn, that's kind of the issue. He needs more PT. He needs more PT. These two guys need more PT. Zubac is just overrated. I'm not gonna lie. He's a high level role player, but beyond that, like that's just Harden's greatness at this point. You got to give Harden his credit. I think Harden has been. I think I've seen somebody say Harden is better than Curry and KD. I'm not too mad at that. I don't know if I agree. I don't think Harden's been better than any of these three guys. For me, personally, I may be underrating Harden a little bit though. To be honest, I'll be the first to say I may be underrating Harden a tad bit. I don't think Kawhi been that crazy this year, to be honest. I would probably say Kawhi is like here. Nah, he over Towns. Towns need to go down. Towns just need to go down. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Kawhi been over Towns, but yeah, I'll probably put Kawhi like there. Monty Morris, solid rotation. Royce O'Neal, solid rotation. Ryan Dunn, high level. Mark Williams, solid rotation. Jalen Green, flawed efficient scorer. I actually like the rookie, but I'm gonna say solid rotation. Bradley Beal is on the Clippers now. Bench. At this point, bench. I'm gonna say flawed and efficient though. He's been very good. Grayson Allen's been very good this year. I'm gonna say he gonna be kind of high up there. I would actually say Grayson Allen been better than Drew Holiday. He's been very good. Dylan Brooks is most underrated role player in the league. He's the most underrated role player in the league at this point. It's just what it is. A lot of people don't agree with it. He's in that Jalen McDaniels area, in my opinion. Devin Booker. Out of all these guards, I think Devin Booker has been better. I think D Book has been better than Ant 2 this year. Cade is a tough one because the playmaking and defense, but Devin Booker is so much more efficient than Cade. As tough. I would probably say right here though. D-Book has been very good this year. Very, very good this year. I don't know. I thought number 2 option D-Book would cook, but number 1 option D-Book is just the wave. It's just the wave. So, I don't know. That's a very weird one because KD has improved the Rockets, but the Suns have improved without KD as well, which is weird. So, I don't know. That's a weird one. It's looking like a kind of a win-win trade right now. We'll see how it lasts long term, but looking like a win-win trade right now. Valanciunas, solid rotation. Tim Hardaway, flawed, inefficient score. Pickett, solid rotation. Peyton Watson, high-level role player. Bruce Brown, solid rotation. Christian Brown, high-level role player. Cam Johnson, right now, has not been that great, but I'm going to say solid rotation. Jamal Murray, very inconsistent. I'm going to say borderline star, wearing borderline star. I would probably have to say right there with Zach LaVine. Right behind Zach LaVine. Low-key need to bring him down. LaVine is better than those guys. Low-key need to bring these guys down. Yeah, I would put it like that. Aaron Gordon has actually been a very, very good role player. Aaron Gordon has been, in my opinion, right here. He's been arguably the best role player in the league. Fantastic. And then we all know Jokic. Just so I don't get hate, I'm putting him at the top because he's the best, probably. But yeah, I'm not ranking it in order, but I'm ranking it. I'm not gonna rank it in order. Bronny. Okay, I don't want to be harsh because you know what I'm saying, but Bronny, he's a good defender. His offense is bad. It's just what it is. When they played the Heat, bro, it was times he was wide open. Teams weren't even closing out to him. He was holding the ball, pump faking, and passing it back to Luka, which is not a bad play ever. Giving the ball to Luka, but it makes it harder for Luka when you're not doing your job offensively. So I don't know. In my opinion, I think Bronny's more of a bench, but he's actually been pretty impactful this year. I give him that. He's been better this year, if I'm being honest. Maxi Kleber. So actually, I'm gonna say he's a solid rotation player for now. Maxi Kleber, solid rotation. Solid rotation. Flawed, inefficient score. He's not scoring and shooting consistently right now. Jackson Hayes, solid rotation. He's a very flawed defender. Great defender. Pretty much don't give you much else. Solid rotation. Defensively, he's one of the best in the league. Outside of that, it's rough. Marcus Smart has actually been pretty good for them. I'm gonna still say solid rotation. I think he's been a little overrated defensively. I'm still saying he's flawed, efficient scorer. Rebounding and scoring, he's been good. Defensively, he's not been that great in my opinion still, but it hasn't really mattered. Rui, I'm gonna say high-level role player. Reeves has been pretty good. I would say Reeves has been all-star caliber in my opinion. I would say Reeves has probably been back in though, behind like Jimmy. Jimmy is probably just too low. Put him over at Towns. Outside of that, I can't put him any higher. We'll keep it being. LeBron played one game. It's LeBron though, so I would put him. I guess I gotta put him with these guys, and I think LeBron is better than Hallie. Is he better than Hallie? I think he's better than Hallie, but I'm not gonna put All NBA because we only seen one game. In that one game, he wasn't that crazy. I know people was gassing it, but like the people that was saying like they played better without LeBron, they won by like 13, and he had a +1. Like they were better with him off the floor in that game. And as LeBron being my second favorite player, I don't really see why people was gassing for it. I think it was a high IQ, high floor game for LeBron. It's a good game. It's okay. For LeBron standards, it wasn't that great though. Like it's LeBron at the end of the game. Like he's 23 seasons though. Like come on, bro. Like we already know how it is with LeBron. Like he got crazy longevity. Luka, best in the world combos. I don't think we need to discuss why, but yeah. Terry Rozier. It needs to be a whole new tier, like felon, but I'm gonna go bench. Like if the Heat don't get their first round pick back, I'm not gonna lie, NBA, we're gonna have real conversations. I don't know why I'm ranking Kevin Love, but bench. Simone Fontecchio. He's been very good for us. Flawed, efficient score. Drew Smith, solid rotation player. I really like watching Drew Smith hoops. High hustle player, great defender. Can knock down some shots. Offensively, can make some plays, playmaking, but not a positive offensive player whatsoever. I won't lie. But, hey, defensively, the hustle, I love it. Low key, we got bro for, I keep forgetting bro name, but he's actually good. I would actually say he's a high level role player, but he not on the Heat no more. Pelly Pell, I ain't gonna lie, man. Pelly Pell been very good, man. Pelly Pell been better than a lot of y'all favorite role players this year. Pelly Pell been very, very good, man. Pelly Pell been very, very good on the Heat. Very, very good. Been arguably the best role player on the Heat, in my opinion. Davion Mitchell, high level role player, clear high level role player. I think that if you look at the numbers, he's not as good of a playmaker as his numbers show, but he has an offensive jump since coming to the Heat. You can't really debate it. And I think with the pace going up, the offensive jump, I think, is actually real, especially like the percentages and the playmaking numbers. But if you watch these games, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like dynamic playmaking or anything. It's within the offense, which is not bad thing, but I don't want to overshoot it, is what I'm saying. Jaime's actually been pretty good this year. I'm not going to say star role player, but if Cedric Howard is just a far better defender. I'm going to say high-level role player for Jaime. Khalil Ware. Ware is a tough one. I would probably say for Ware, because it's so inconsistent right now. Flawed, efficient scorer. But I do think it is he's taking steps in the right direction. So I'm going to actually say high-level role player. Because even when he's bad, he's still a ridiculous rim protector. Rebounding is getting better. The effort is really the issue. Shot selection needs to be better, though. So, yeah. Jokic is usually a high-level role player. He's usually better than Jaime and Ware, but this year he's not been great. I'm going to say solid rotation. Wiggins has not been great in my opinion, so I'm going to say high-level role player. For his standards, he should be a star role player, but he's been a high-level role player, nothing more. And then we have Norman Powell. Norman Powell has legitimately been an all-star caliber guy. Off-ball defense has been drastically bad. On-ball defense has actually been pretty solid. And then scoring, he's been very good. Playmaking, bad. I would say borderline. I would say like here, borderline star. I don't know if he's an all-star caliber this year, but he's been scoring. And then we got Hero. Hero's better than Reeves to me, but Reeves has been better this year. Hero hasn't really played. I'll put him with the injured guys. I'll put him at the back of all-star. Bam is his top 25. I don't think it's really a debate. I would say Jalen Johnson's been better than him this year, but outside of that, it's not. I don't think it's really combos outside of that personally this year. Bam defensively has been best. He's now shooting threes. He's pretty much been what I expected of him coming out of the Team USA. His PR was at an all-time high. Coming into this year, his PR was at an all-time low. I think Bam has been very, very good this year. Very, very good. Returning to form. I think Bam is going to be a clear-cut all-star guy. Fighting for All-NBA spots easily, but I don't think he's going to make it because it's just a tough league to make it. All right, then we have All-NBA. These three don't count. I guess we can throw LeBron up here because he's going to start playing games. Is he going to meet the threshold? Probably not, actually, so. Yeah. I actually probably throw Wemby down here, too, because he's probably not going to meet the threshold, unfortunately for him. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's not reaching the threshold. He's not reaching the threshold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 2 more slots. Boom. Boom. All NBA. All right. And then we got top 25. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's the 25 for now. Top 25. Kai Jones. Being real, bench. I still think he's a solid rotation. Bench. I still believe in Bol Bol a little bit as a role player, but he just refuses to play in a role. So actually, for him, I'm going to say a flawed, inefficient scorer. But yeah, that's my tier list. Let's go ahead and take this off so that we can see it in full. That's my best in the world combo. We're going to do a video. NBA categories coming soon, where we're going to be ranking all 4 of those guys across various different basketball categories. That's going to be the episode 1 of the series. I think it's gonna be very good. I'm thinking about doing a video with Cade, D-Book. May throw Tatum in there. Tatum, Cade, D-Book, and Ant. That might be the combo. Ain't gonna lie, that might be the combo. That may be a good one. And then we may do a video with Tatum. Low-key, Tatum, AD, and Wemby is a good video, but I think Wemby just clear-cut the 5th best player, so I don't know how fair that's going to be, but maybe that give me a little bit more vision of what it actually is, I guess. But yeah, we're going to do that. I may do the old guys. LeBron, Steph, KD. That would be a good one. Make it throw Kawhi and Harden in there. But the next one I'm for sure thinking is going to be D. Mitch, Jalen Bronson, Halliburton. Halliburton is in there. Low-key Curry in there. Curry in them convos with them. I'm not gonna lie, is that like you got Shai, Luka for that 5th guard, that top 5 guard. That might be the combo. Top 5 guard. 5th best guard in the league? I don't know what we compete for at that point. Yeah. I can do that for defense. I can do this for a lot. So, yeah, that's the tier list. That's NBA player tier list. Y'all probably was like, bro, you're not ranking every NBA player. And then y'all probably looked at the video like, fairs. But yeah, there's a couple guys I missed out on. Ryan Rollins, I wish I put on here. I tried to make sure I had everybody, but it's kind of hard to remember everybody. Ryan Rollins, Jenkins for the Pistons. But all in all, this is pretty much every NBA player that actually gets minutes in the NBA. If y'all do want more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff out the way. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out there, man. All right. Out of respect to these two, they've been hooping so hard. Had to add them to the tier list. Hey, in the future ones, they're going to be part of their team. Let's keep it moving. Jenkins, I'm going to probably say, bro, he been very good. He been kind of a spark. I'm going to go for now. Because the sample size is so small. I don't have any history of him before this year, to be real. I'm going to go flawed efficient score, but he probably is more so high-level role player. I just need to see a little bit more out of bro. But he's been very, very good. He's been very, very good. And then Ryan Rollins, in my opinion, sample size has been pretty small for him too. I'm going to actually just go ahead and say, I'm going to say high-level role player. It's the small sample size, but he's been keeping it up. And he's been very impactful for these guys to be winning. It's been games where Cade missed, and he's been the guy, kind of the leading guy with Duran. So I'm going to be real. I'm about to give him that credit. And then over here, star role player, Ryan Rollins. I'm going to go star role player, bro. He's been fantastic. Both ends of the floor. I'm going to have to go star role player. Am I going to rank him? I'd probably say he's like here. But that's still very, very good in my opinion. Very, very good. And then over here, I don't even think I rank Cedric Howard. Cedric Howard probably shouldn't be here. Probably just put him into high-level role player. Yeah, that's going to probably be my tier list.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!